you to be able to move forward and make a success for yourself and have every bit of tool and services at your disposal at all times. For anyone that doesn't know me, my name is Ish. Currently been involved with the Academy now for around 15 months. It's been tremendous to myself. I will be going over a topic later on today on this call. In the meantime, I'm going to hand it over to our first speaker. This individual is doing fantastic things, been involved within the Academy for as long as myself. In fact, he was one of the first individuals that got started alongside myself. And he's doing very, very well trading and obviously from the building element of this Academy. So without further ado, I would like to hand this over to Mr. James Can. James, can you hear me?
I can, loud and clear, and thank you for those kind words.
Fantastic,
Very
James.
generous of you. Okay, perfect. So first and foremost, thank you all for joining. I'm sure Ish covered that, I know some of you probably have big plans this Sunday, other things you could be doing, but believe me, by the end of this call, you're going to be very, very glad that you took the time to tune into this. So look, I know there's a few of you that are new on the call as well. This is your first time. So I'd strongly recommend take some notes. Even myself, look, I've got my notepad and pen ready because you can always learn. We only retain very little information from what we hear initially. So really do take some notes. I'm just going to start short and sweet because today really is more focused on your back office and trading, okay, for the week. But I did have a couple of things to cover very quickly. So look, for me personally, and I've taken some notes on this, right? Someone was saying about mindset and ethics and culture, and they said, James, could you cover that a little bit at the start? And I really took some time earlier today to think, what does that really mean to me, ethics and culture? And if I really think hard, what is the one thing that I can do, that which would cover every aspect? Well, when I really think of it, it's use your mentorship. And this might seem like a very cheap and easy thing to say. So some of you sitting there might be thinking, oh yeah, I've heard that one a few times before. That's a classic on the roll, But no, when I mean really use your mentorship, Tony Robbins says a famous quote, when he was asked how he became so successful, he said, success is very simple. You just simply copy somebody who has the results that you want financially, personally, spiritually, whatever your goals are. And, the people in this organization who have brought you into the organization, into the family that we call it, they are in a position that you want to be in. Most of the time, some of these people in the company, as you already know, right, we're all here together. There are people making tens of thousands a month. There are people making millions a year, okay? So why not just copy them? So for mindset, I was really thinking, it's important that we stay regularly in contact with our uplines and mentors. So what I notice about the top people within the company, even the ones who are, chairman 500s at the very top of their game, every day they still contact their other business partners, but most importantly, they contact their mentors and their sponsor because they're always trying to learn more. People know that no matter what rank you hit, no matter what you've achieved, no matter how many millions you've made, the top people in the world are always striving to learn more. They always keep open-minded and they always want to strive for knowing more, with knowledge. So for you, I would say most people on the call, use your mentorship and on good and bad days, because here's reality. There are going to be days where you're going to feel bad. There might be some trades that don't go your way. And it's very easy to be positive and, and on the phone and happy and dancing around your room when you're winning trades, feeling like, you're going to hit all these big ranks. But then when you get the bad days, for me, it's personally, how do you deal with the bad days? How quickly can you overcome the bad days and get positive again and just get rid of that negativity? A lot of the time that comes down to contacting your mentor because, when I have bad days, I get in touch with Ish. And I just tell him straight, I just say, look, this is frustrating me today. This is what's happened. This has happened, and I feel like this now. And straight away after 5 minutes of talking with Ish, guess what? I'm back to positivity because then he'll tell me, stories of things that have happened with him. And it will give me a wake-up call and make me realize that it's just part of life and to get my mindset back on track. So look, to fall into ethics and culture, copy what your mentors do. If you look in the groups, for example, the chats, when everybody congratulates each other, look how your mentor or your sponsor, look how they message. Look how they approach situations. You'll very quickly learn the right ethics and culture if you copy somebody who's having success. Ish is a P2000, and he makes very good money on his trade. I'm sure we all know this sitting on the call here right now. So in my head, it's like if I just copy this guy, then that's it. I'm going to have the same ethics and culture. I'm going to learn naturally. It's a very simple formula. The next thing I wanted to come on to, just finally, before I pass it over, because obviously, I want to keep this mainly about the trading, and give the others time to really show you some very, very, very exclusive knowledge today, which if you pick up will really, really take your trading to the next level. I can promise you that. But look, I've written it down here, morning routines. So, I'll be honest with you, I've started doing a lot of personal development again lately. And, they say that trading is 90% mindset. So, when I study the successful people, your Bransons of this world, your Bill Gates, when you read Think and Grow Rich, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, all your wealth gurus, your Tony Robbins, the one thing they have in common is their routines. Successful people don't do what the 95% of people do. So, for example, most of them, when they get up in the morning, they're not watching the news straight away. They're not straight on their phones on Facebook. They're not subconsciously letting their minds take in negativity. The first thing they do usually is they will meditate for 10, 15 minutes. So they clear their mind before they do anything else. The next thing I noticed that many of them do, and they really swear, a lot of them swear their success by this very simple procedure, which you can place now, is look, write down 10 blessings. So it could be, sometimes I'll go for a run in the morning and I might complain my legs are a bit sore, blah, blah, blah. Then I'll think, someone in the world doesn't have legs. They would give anything to be able to do my run this morning. Straight away, by writing even just 10 simple blessings, your mindset switches to gratitude. And when you have a mindset of gratitude, the law of attraction works for you. The law of attraction, the universe will provide you what you need, the right circumstances in your life, because why gratitude actually brings happiness. It puts you in a positive state of mind right now. And the key to the law of attraction working for you and you getting the things that you want from life is being in a positive frame of mind right from the get-go. And having gratitude does that straight away. It switches your mindset. The next thing is 10 goals. What are your goals? Make them personal. Make them maybe spiritual, and definitely have a couple of business goals in there. Are you going to contact 25 people today? Are you going to aim to sign up one person today? Are you going to aim to make £100 on a trade today? Whatever it is, have some goals. So then your brain is designed to attack the day. You're really stimulating your brain and you're increasing that burning desire to really go after what you want. You're not just going to be like a headless chicken for the day. So look, again, finally, before I pass it over, just personal development. It sounds like such a cliche thing to say, but even little things, when you're maybe going to the supermarket, instead of doing what you normally do, listening to music, stick on a podcast. I use SoundCloud. I listen to Les Brown. I listen to Tony Robbins. And most of all, I listen to Think and Grow Rich. I also listen to a guy called Justin Trudeau, who was in, the Illuminati and the 33-degree Freemasons. And, he explains a lot about law of attraction and how, if you think the right way, the universe can provide you anything, and like what they call the secret to the elites and the riches. I make sure I fill my brain with, all this content. So it's not allowing any negativity to come in, and it's really allowing me to push forward with everything that I'm doing. So that's something I would watch. If any of you want, contact me personally. I can send you the SoundCloud links as well to get going. But look, I'm going to leave it there for that, okay? And I want to now introduce the next speaker. So look, the next speaker, I know most of you know him, is a guy called Taz. He is a P600, so he's hit the position of a P600 within this company, okay? So this is a great position. This is where the company pays you £600 month after month of residual income. So, month after month, Taz now doesn't have to worry. He has got $600, dollars going in his bank account every month that he never has to work for again. Okay. And more importantly, this guy is really mastered what he's going to show you next in his back office. Okay. He has completed, I believe, if I'm saying this correctly, he's completed all his trophies. He has gone through everything. And he's also a phenomenal trader. He really does make some decent income from his trades. So please, pay attention, myself included, take some notes and really listen to what Taz has to say. So without further ado, I want to introduce you all to our next guest, Taz. I'm going to just switch over.
Fantastic, fantastic. Can everyone hear me? I'm just going to unmute the chat box for everyone. Should be unmuted. Ish, if you can just make me the host, bro. Ish, are you there, bro? Fantastic, thank you. Okay, what's happening, everyone? I'm just getting everything set up right now. I've got everything in the background, but before I move on, let me unmute the chat box because I believe James Can just done a phenomenal training for us on the mindset topics. Okay, so I'm just gonna open up the chat box now. If we can just put some fire in the chat box so we can really show James our appreciation of exactly what he just went through. It's all coming to me privately. Okay, send it through. Let's just see it anyway. Show names of attendees. Okay, fantastic. Well, look, I'm going to go into the information anyway. So just, keep sending in the fire and whatnot for James, because I believe he done a fantastic role in showing us exactly what we need to have before we, indulge into the company and indulge into, learning how to trade, becoming an entrepreneur, becoming financially free, whatever it may be. Now, a bit about myself, I'm going to keep it very short. My name's Taz. For those of you that do not know me, I'm 25 years old and I'm from London. I've been a part of IM Mastery Academy now since February 2019. And I can honestly say, hand on heart, it's one of the best opportunities I've ever been approached by. Okay. The individual that actually showed me the business was actually Ish. Okay. And he is someone credible. And I was like, do you know what? If he's going to show me this business, I'm going to have a look at it and I'm going to be serious about it because I want to learn from an individual that has some sort of success. Okay. So without further ado, let me just allow participants. Okay, fantastic. So what I'm going to be going through today is the IM Center. Okay, so for those of you that do not know what the IM Center is, it's simply a portal where we're able to access at any given time of the day, where we're able to log on, learn directly from educators, learn from the Basics Academy, and also learn from the strategies and take some trades. Okay, so first things first, if you have not logged into IM Center, the first thing you want to do is just go onto your, your internet provider that you are on and click onto im.center and it will bring you onto this very page. Okay, now once you log onto this page, you put in your username and password and you simply click on login. Now I'm going to go through step by step everything that you need to do and anything extra as well. Why? Because I'm just that guy that likes to have everything 100%. Okay, I'm not sure if you are the same, but I'm just someone that wants to complete everything so that I know I am getting the full value of the academy and of course the full value from my money as because I am Asian. Okay, who doesn't want to have full value of their money? So first things, on the left you've got your name. Okay, my name is Mohammed Mia, short as well as Taz, and then I've also uploaded my picture. Okay, as you can see here, level 3, 100% feedback. What does this mean? It means I've gone through all of the information that I needed to on the academy, and this is why I have 100% completion. Okay, the next one I believe they're bringing out is going to be level 4, and they're saying, there's going to be new updates coming out. So as soon as that comes out, I'm obviously going to complete that as well. Why? Because I want to make sure I'm getting everything from the academy. Now, when you first log into IM Center, what is your role as someone completely brand new? Okay, I know on this call we have people that have been involved in the company for a few days, a few weeks, a few months, or even a year or so. Okay, the first thing you'd like to do is click onto academies. Okay, once you click onto academies, you click onto Learn Forex Trading English. Okay, where has it gone? Right here. Okay, and then you click onto Forex Series where it says Enroll. And then you simply click through each of the videos. Okay, now after every single video you watch, there is a simple test. And as you can see, I'm not just telling it to you saying, go and do it. I have done it myself. This is why I can tell you in detail exactly what you need to do when you log into the IM Center. So first thing, what is Forex? Watch the video. It's about 3 minutes long. And then you answer the test to see exactly how your knowledge went. Okay, so there's many quizzes that are happening as well. If I click onto, let's just say, what is Forex, I think it will load me up directly with the video. Fantastic. And then these are all the videos that you need to watch. Okay. And after you watch each video, you can go back and you can complete the test. And there's also some simple games and quizzes on there, which are very interactive, so that you can see if you've been learning, whatever you've been learning, you can put that into application and see if you have picked up into your head right now, so that you can apply it into your trading, trading your charts, so on and so forth. Okay. So many different videos. If you haven't gone through these videos and you're, more than 1 week into the academy, I highly advise you use the rest of today to fly through these videos. Okay. Because this is basic stuff. And we really want everyone to excel. So why would you just stick to the basics? Okay. Why would you just watch the academy and think you're a professional trader? It's not like that. Okay. So if you've been in again for over a week now and you haven't finished the academy, please do plug in, watch all the videos. Towards the bottom, we have Christopher Terry, our CEO, who is teaching us exactly how he trades and his strategies as well. Okay. So please do, plug in, watch it, finish it, and, apply exactly what you learn. Now, the next step we have is the Go Live Center. Now, how does the Go Live Center work? Now, I'm sure you've heard in the PBR that you've had with, whoever showed you the business, they showed you that you can not only learn through pre-recorded videos how to trade, but you can learn from live educators. Okay. And this is how it works. You click onto Go Live and you're presented with this page. Okay. I know we've got people tuned in from all across the globe. And if you are, more comfortable with a different language other than English, you can simply click onto English and learn from any of the other educators that we have available in multiple different languages. Okay. Now, helping you understand a bit further, what does the top featured sessions mean? Now, as you can see, there's individuals on the screen right now. It simply means these are the educators that got the most views within the last 7 days on their live channels. Okay, now you're probably seeing Kimberly Torres, which is this lady on the left right now, twice. The reason why is because she is so good. Okay, now on her videos last week, out of a company that has, in excess of 250,000 customers around the globe, she had over 70,000 views just last week on her videos. So who do you think you should be plugging into when you're watching, through Go Live? You're going to watch some of these individuals. Why? Because they are the top traders with the company right now. Okay, so it's a bit like, who can be at the highest ranks. Okay, I plug into Kimberly Torres, I plug into Luke Longmire, and I plug into Manny Quinines. I haven't plugged into Millie Mills or Matthew. Why? Because the type of trading I follow, these guys follow the same thing. Okay, so you guys might, be trading, retail concepts right now, which is completely fine. Manny Quinines does retail concepts, but is recently partnered up with someone that does institutional concepts. And we have someone on this very call that's going to be going through that topic later on. So I'm not going to, go into that. But he is someone that plugs in with someone that does institutional, and he shows us live setups. Now, why would you want to plug into these calls? I'm going to show you why, okay? But just before I do that, I'm going to scroll down so that you understand exactly everything that's happening on the screen. And apologies if I am talking quick. I don't want to take up too much of everyone's time. And we are on a very tight schedule. So Go Live. You've got the Forex Academy here. You've got the high frequency Forex, which is a bit more advanced from Forex. I personally haven't logged onto HFX before, but I know they're having amazing results. DCX is digital currency, so Bitcoin with Crypto Picasso and Ivan Paychecks. And our most favorite one, which is coming out very soon, is ECX, which is e-commerce to do with drop shipping. Okay. Currently in the company, we have chairmans that are using the ECX Academy. But for myself right now, because I am not a chairman yet, I can't access the academy until they fully release it to the whole company. So a great thing, great few deals are coming out with the company. Just make sure you stay plugged in, learn everything you need to do now, so that when ECX does come out, you are going to be, completely blown away. So you've got the Forex Academy here. Once you click onto this, you have all the educators that are teaching on a live platform. Okay. So you can never say that you do not have education. You can never say the person that showed you this platform doesn't teach you how to trade. Why? Because when we got started within the company, when myself, James, Ish, Andreas got started with this company, we were all brand new. Okay. I couldn't go to Ish and ask him how to trade. Why? Because he just started the company. Why would I go to someone else to ask them how to trade when I can learn it directly from the company, which is what I am paying for? Okay. So for example, Manny Quinines is live Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 12 p.m. UK time. Why do I know this? Because I plug into his calls. I learn, trading concepts from him. And also as a bonus, they send out trades live on the call, which majority of that time hit take profit, which is amazing. Okay. Now I'm going to quickly click onto one video just to show you, give you an insight into how the videos work. And, for anyone, again, being involved in the company for over a week now, you should have plugged into at least 1 or 2 live education videos. Okay. So have a look at this. Let me move my screen up here. So he's literally analyzing his charts. Okay. I know it looks a bit crazy right now. Loads of lines happening, this, that, the other. And then he's giving you an entry, a stop loss, and a take profit. So he's giving you a trade live on the call with, 4,000 other individuals, and you're able to take the trade with them. Okay. How amazing is that? You're probably thinking, okay, so now I know the value of the live calls. I can plug in. Not only can I learn directly from the educators, I can also take trades, and whatever I learn, I can apply it to my own charts to become an independent trader. Now, don't get me wrong. What I've shown you so far can make you money, but you're not in this company to become, just sell, copy someone else. You're here because you want to become a self-sufficient trader. You want to wake up in the morning, place a few trades, and forget about it for the whole day, right? Okay. So this is how one of the videos look. I don't want to, again, take up too much time, so I'm not going to bother playing it, but you get the idea. Okay. We have many different other educators access, teaching us all across the platform. It's up to you who you want to watch and who you want to enjoy. Okay. I know I've been through a lot of educators, and I know who I plug into now because they work with my style of trading. Okay. So look at this. There's a timetable. So no one can ever have an excuse saying, oh, they're never live at the times I want to be live. Or, they're live at awkward times and, I'm sleeping. All right. If you are sleeping, watch someone else. Or if you really wanted to watch their session, you can watch the recorded session later on. Okay. So that's the Go Live platform. And as we scroll down, let me just go back quickly. Every single product, which is what I'm going to go through right now. I'm not going to go through every single one. I'm going to go through a handful of them. They also have education for them. Okay. So if you've plugged into the harmonic scanner before and someone's shown you how to use the harmonic scanner with stochastics or RSI, okay, and you feel as if, do you know what, that strategy isn't for me, you can log into the harmonic scanner on Forex Harmonics, and you can learn exactly their strategies. So for example, Christopher Derrick, he does break and retest on the harmonic scanner. You can learn his strategy as well. Okay. Now, if that's making sense so far, can I just see some numbers in the chat box just so that I know I'm not going off track? Everyone publicly. Okay, so now the chat box should be unmuted. So if I can just see some ones in the chat box or some fire, whatever it may be, just so that I know everyone is understanding everything that I'm saying. Okay. And again, I apologize that I'm going so quick. I respect everyone's time, so I don't want to take up too much time because we've got some amazing speakers on the call today. Fantastic. Everyone's understanding. Perfect. Perfect. So now, so that was the Go Live section. As we scroll down to the bottom, anyone that is live. So, you are probably presented the business saying you can only trade 5 days a week. Okay. You can actually trade 7 days a week because crypto runs between Monday to Monday. So 7 days a week. So Ivan Paychecks right now, okay, co-creator of Swipecoin, which catches thousands of pips on a daily basis, is live right now, and you can plug in and watch him directly. Okay. We also have Market Mastery with Christopher Terry every other week. So you can plug in and learn directly from the CEO of the company who makes in excess of $140 million just through trading. Okay, so I know I'm going to come learn from him. Why? Because he's made the money I would like to have. I'm not going to learn from someone that can't even make a pound in the market. Okay, now moving on. So I've just shown you the two aspects of how to get, how to get the education through the Basics Academy and the Go Live platform. Now, if you are not plugging into the Go Live platform at least 3 times a week, I promise you, you're wasting your money and you're wasting your time. I'm going to be straight up with everyone on this call. Okay, and everyone here sign the dotted lines and press join now when they started. Okay, when you press join now when you started, that is now your money. Okay, if you're not going to plug into the academy and the Go Live and learn from these individuals, why are you even here? Okay, you're probably that person that goes to the gym once but carries on paying for their membership but never goes again because you just can't be bothered to cancel the direct debit. Don't be that person. Okay, please don't be that person. I've been here for a long enough time now to understand that the Go Live platforms are so powerful to us, and we just need to plug in, take the information and apply it to see the results. Okay. Now, what we're going to go through next, before I go into strategies, I do apologize. I might go slightly over time, is Pip Talk. Okay. So you're probably thinking, okay, what is Pip Talk? Pip Talk is a portal of not just ourselves, but all the educators and the whole company giving us updates. Okay. So I have an app on my phone called IML Academy. Okay. I'm sure you can see on my phone. Now, if I subscribe to any channel through Pip Talk, I get a direct alert to my phone to say that there's been a new update. You're probably thinking why, okay? So for example, if there's a new update on I Am Informed, if the systems are down or if the servers are having an issue, they would send me a message, a direct notification to my smartphone. So I don't need to worry about receiving emails, this, that, the other, and it's taking a bit of time to load. I'm not sure why. There you go, okay? So Spila Sluga, she's basically one of the corporates as well in the company. She sends out the updates and these alerts come directly to my phone. Better that, I'm subscribed with many of the product services that I use. Okay, so I use Gold Cup, I use Bounce Back, I use Steady. Now, if I go into Gold Cup, as soon as an alert comes out, I know we use Telegram. Telegram does come in with a lot of message, but just imagine if you can have a portal where you only want to receive messages from what you are subscribed to. So I'm not sure why Gold Cup didn't work. Let's try Bounce Back. Okay, fantastic. Here you go. Okay, they're telling us when they're live. They're telling us of new trade ideas. They're telling us of alerts. Okay, so if you haven't plugged into Pip Talk, please do plug into it. Subscribe to the academy or the services that you use. Download the application as well. Okay. Now what I'm going to go into is my favorite part of the IM Center, the strategies. Okay. Now what are the strategies? The strategies are simply the products that you will use to grow your bank account. What I showed you previously is to grow your knowledge, which will eventually grow your bank account. Okay. But I don't want every single one of you to get too comfortable with all the products. Why? Because you're not here just to copy and paste. Yes, we are here to make some money, but it's very rare that I'd stick to the products. Why? Because I know how to trade now. Okay. It's like when you ride a bike, and you got the two wheels on the back as a support, and then you take them off and you know how to ride a bike. Are you going to put the two wheel supports back on to ride the bike? Of course not, because now you know how to ride the bike. Okay. So the products are fantastic here. Now I'm going to go through Harmonic Scanner and Gold Cup, but I'm going to go through them very, very quickly. And so please do take some notes. So first of all, we have the Harmonic Scanner. And as you can see, many different other products, they all pay you. If they didn't pay you, they wouldn't be on the platform. Harmonic Scanner sends out 200 trades a week. 200 trades a week. Just imagine if you were to take 5 trades and they hit take profit on a daily basis. Just imagine that. Okay, I'm going to click onto the Harmonic Scanner and show you exactly how I use the Harmonic Scanner. Okay, now on the right hand side, we have all the different currency pairs. And if I click onto GBE, whichever it says here, there's all the different brokers that are sending us out every single trade. Okay, now there's a few things to do before I take a trade. Number one, let's just say I was to click on GBP NZD. The first thing I'm looking for is the market at the entry price that I'm looking for. Now the D point represents the entry point. Okay, that's where we want the market to be. As you can see, the market came down from C and hit the D, which is near the entry price, which looks like a good trade to enter. Okay, but hang on. I don't just enter the trade based on this information. There's a lot more I look for. Okay, you're probably thinking what? I look for some indicators. Okay, so the first thing I do, I've got RSI already here, which stands for Relative Strength Index. And then I add in another indicator called Stochastic, STOC. Okay, once I've added that in, I change both of the settings from 14 days to 7 days. Okay. Now, why am I doing this? Is because it makes it a bit more clearer on my eyes to see, like, do you know what? I think this is a more of an accurate trade to take. Okay. Now we only want to enter trades. Now this is just a strategy for this. Okay. Like I said, there's many different strategies. This is one strategy just for this. So it could work if you're using a different one. It couldn't work if you're using this, for example, let's just say, okay. Now with the stochastics and RSI, we are looking if the market is oversold or overbought. What do I mean by this? Can you see these dotted lines here, right here? Okay. On both the stochastics and RSI. Let me draw actually, I'll make it clearer for you. Oops. These dotted lines we can see clearly, yeah. So oversold and overbought. Okay, we are looking if the market is oversold or overbought for us to enter a trade. Okay, now this market, as we all know, okay, is going in for a buy. Why? Because the take profit is above the entry price. The market below was oversold, which means too many sellers were coming in. Same again here. But can you see the market? It's not at the same places that we want it to be. We want the RSI and the stochastics to be at the same place, either looking to go into the correct price region or come down into the correct price region. And as we can see, this is not happening. The stochastics is overbought and the RSI is in the price range that we want it to. So I personally would not take this trade. Why? Because it's not just giving me that confirmation I want. whilst I'm looking at the RSI and stochastics, I also look at the news. Okay, so we have a fantastic website called Forex Factory. So you literally just type it in and you update it. Now, how do we use Forex Factory? So as we know, today is, what's today? Today is 13th, 14th, yeah? Yeah, 14th. So tomorrow's the 15th, okay? Apply settings. So this is the news coming out on the 15th. Now, all I am looking out for is red folder news. Okay, so you're probably thinking, I can't see any red right now. It's completely fine. So this trade that we're looking at, GBP NZD, we are looking for any news that has a red folder against GBP or NZD. If it does, we do not take the trade. Why? The reason why we don't take the trade is because this is a harmonic scanner that scans the market for previous patterns. It does not take into consideration any news articles. So when Brexit was happening, the harmonic scanner did not know that was going to happen. Okay. When all these protests that were happening and coronavirus came out, the harmonic scanner did not know about these patterns. Okay. So very, very important to look at the news. You're probably thinking, damn, that is a lot to take in. But I promise you, after you do it a few times, you're going to be able to understand a lot more about it. Okay. Now that's how the harmonic scanner works. What I'm going to show you now quickly is Gold Cup. Okay, one of the other products we have, which is my personal favorite. For anyone that knows me, knows I'm always ranting about Gold Cup. Why? Because they are such a phenomenal service. Okay, filled with great traders. Now Gold Cup, how does this work? They simply send you an alert to your phone either through Telegram. Okay, so I've got Telegram on my desktop right now. Okay, or they send it to you through IM Academy. Okay, once they send it through IM Academy, you get an alert to say that there's a new trade. They will tell you exactly what the new trade is. They will tell you if it's a Masters Teacup. They will tell you if it's a Gold Rush trade. They will tell you if it's a US 30 trade or a price tap trade. Now, how do you enter these trades? Okay, how do you even find the information? I'm going to show you right now. So if we click onto strategy, let me go onto here quickly and I'll show you through here. Gold Cup, Teacup signals, okay? So, okay, I can't even find any on here. Give me a second. Gold Cup, Gold Cup, Gold Cup. Gold Rush. Okay, so they will tell us a new trade. As you can see here, Gold Cup, US 30 tab, SPX. You go onto Gold Cup, you click on strategy, you click on US 30. I don't have the package because I don't need it and I don't use it, and it will be there. But let's just say they were to say new Masters Teacup, they will tell you it's on a 1 hour time frame. So you click onto it. You click onto, you know, wherever the trades are. So is there any right now? There's none right now, so there's nothing going to be showing. But if there was a H1 trade, it will show you here right now, and they will give you the information to say that there is a new potential trade setup. You are able to copy and paste this information. Okay. Now the products are amazing. All right. The only way you're going to know if they're amazing is if you use them. All right. So I want, you know, for anyone that has Harmonic Scanner or Gold Cup, you know, just put into the chat box, out of the two, which one is your favorite? Do you use Gold Cup? Do you use Harmonic Scanner? Do you use Vibrata, Levels, Pivot, Steady? What is it? I just want to see in the chat box what everyone uses so I can talk a bit more about that product. If not, I'd like to hand it over. So Andreas, you use Bounce Back Sniper. We know why, because it's the way the banks work. Nilesh, Harmonic Scanner. Nilesh literally came back into the game recently, used the Harmonic Scanner on the Go Live platform, made take profits. Harmonic Mustafa as well, fantastic. So the Harmonic Scanner, it works. Gold Cup, Harmonics, fantastic. Guys, thank you very much for coming in with the results. On that note, I hope everyone gained some value. I would love to speak more, but I promise you, me, Andreas, James, and Ish have a fantastic event coming up, training coming up, which we're going to be launching into the group very soon. So I will be able to talk for a lot longer because I know everyone here would like to hear me maybe a bit more. But without further ado, I'm going to introduce the next person onto the call right now. He's a very close friend of mine. He's been involved in the platform literally the same amount of time as me. And he's really been doing phenomenal things within the platform. So without further ado, can I please introduce Andreas Panayi onto the call?
Hey, what's up everybody, and welcome to this training on Sunday. I just want to give it back to Taz and James for their speaking. Honestly, I've seen these guys develop. Let me just get made host. Can somebody make me host? Give me a sec. Am I a host now? Fantastic. Okay, guys, so my name is Andreas Panay. I'm going to keep it very brief in terms of introduction and stuff like that. As Taz said, I got started in February 6, 2019, and I solely just wanted to learn how to trade. Sorry, there's an airplane literally flying over my house right now. But I just wanted to learn how to trade, and if I'm brutally honest with you, I just stuck to the retail concepts that I learned through the academy for the first 6 to 7 months. Okay. Now, prior to this, I was actually just working, 2 jobs, 85 hours a week. So I was completely time broke. So I understand for those that are really busy, they're finding it hard to pump in the amount of hours into the education. But as Taz has just explained, the services are phenomenal. Now, I transitioned from retail concepts to institutional concepts. So I started really, really studying how the banks trade. I started to realize certain trades in retail were getting stopped out. Okay, and what I mean by this is it wasn't working all the time in my favor. And I'm not saying that institutional is every single time, the trades are going to be the way, but I found that more results for me using these concepts helped. And I went through a trade house course. So I'm going to show you, this is completely an IM course that's created by the educators, but it's the style of educators that I enjoy listening to. So we have Jordan Morgan and Zachary Hogan, and we've got Zach McDonald. There are many different educators. So for you to access this crazy, crazy course, you need to be subscribed. Okay, that's a fact. Because once you go onto this file here, I'm going to send this file into the group chat. It's called How to Trade 2020 course. And I've got another one called Bullish Revolution. Now, these have courses to teach you how the banks trade. Now, for you to click in, you actually have to physically log in. It will pop up and a login will come in with your name and password. So you have to be active to access these videos. Now, these were all recorded on the lives anyway. So you can just go onto the live sessions and click on Jordan and Zachary, and I promise you, you'll trade exactly like me. They're 8 to 9 figure earners. I'm still a student learning every single day, but why not make money like the banks right now while you're learning? Okay, so jump on those lives like Taz said, and I'm just going to show you the level of trading that I have increased my sort of techniques and strategies just because I went through this course. Now, it is kind of long-winded. I'm not going to sit and tell you that, in your first month, you can bang it out and you're going to get everything. No, of course not. It's going to take some time. So we know that you want to make money, so utilize the services. So Bounce Back Sniper uses the same concept that I'm going to show you right now. Okay, it's an add-on as well. Phenomenal. They catch thousands of pips a day. Okay, but the thing is, when you actually know it and you start realizing that they're calling the same trades as you, this is when you're like, okay, cool. 13 years experience versus a year and a half, and I've only been studying it a few times. It's amazing. So I'm going to send this course for all of you, but you must finish the academy and jump on a few live sessions first before doing so. Now, I'm going to hop on the markets and show you some stuff, right? So can everybody see the screen now with my charts and stuff? I hope they can. Can you put 111 if you can see that? Fantastic. Okay, cool. So most of you know that in retail concepts, we actually trade in zones, right? So we will do, our trend lines, our zones, but we never ask why equal highs. So for example, this line here, why did it pop out? Why did it come beyond, our area? Now, you'll soon realize that there's some kind of manipulation that's happening in the market, and we're looking at Euro USD on an hour time frame right now. So we thought, okay, from here to here, price should respect our ceiling and come back down, but it pops out. Now, most of us who trade retail, which is, as I say, you can make thousands of pounds doing retail. There's no problem with it. Just my style is different, okay? Now, most of us have a stop loss between 20 to 30 pips maximum in terms of their trading. So you can see the 20 pip individuals would have been stopped out. The 30 pip, okay, you wouldn't have put such a large lot size because you don't want to go minus 30 pips on a huge lot size. Now, their target area would be below down to the floor that we created. Now, you can also see it's come out of the floor at some points in your trade. Now, I just kept asking myself, why is this happening? Okay. Now, if you were to look on the hour, all you see is a buy candle and down, and you'd expect it to go up at some point, but it just carried on going down. So what they initially do is that the banks take you out the market, okay, and then they come back in for yourself. And it's the most annoying thing when you start to realize that it's happening on a regular basis. You're like, hang on a minute, I could have caught from the floor, sorry, the ceiling to the floor, and I would have made about 167 pips. But what the banks are doing are gaining an extra 30 pips on you, wiping you out the market, and then saying, now I'm going to do the move. So you're psychologically, you're thinking, oh my God, it was a buy, it was a sell. Hang on a minute, I was in this sell. Why did I put a stop loss this high? All these questions start coming to your mind. So I started studying it and thinking to myself, okay, now what's the difference between retail and institutional is this Wyckoff logic. So I can send you all these pictures, but you can just type in Google Wyckoff logic and you will see it. What it then means is that there's 4 phases in the market. Okay. Now, if I'm being brutally honest, retail traders are getting in between these zones. Okay, these zones here. In my eyes, they're called noise. You can make a lot of money in it. You can still make, 200 pips, 300 pips, but wouldn't you want to increase it to 500 to 1,000 pips? That's these areas here, okay? And what it then means is we can study where the market will bring up a perfect buy move and bring it all the way up for a couple of days, or you can get in and out the market and get re-entries. And we also find an area that the market will sell down for a very long time. Now, all of these concepts are, posted all over Google. You can get these pictures and you can get them on your charts as soon as possible. Now, I'm going to show you an example of US 30 because I know quite a lot of people like US 30. And as Taz said, there is some phenomenal traders within the Go Live sessions that send out signals that are about 100 to 200 pips. We've all won US 30. I know for a fact. Can I get a 111 who's won trades on US 30 trades from whether Ish sent them in the group chat or from Gold Carpet generally? Can you guys put a 111 if you've won money on US 30? Fantastic. Okay, cool, perfect. So I'm going to show you how you could have caught a lot of pips recently on a trade on US 30, and I mean a lot. Okay, now the first thing I want you to do is look at what is called a schematic. This you will learn again on the course, but I don't want to go too deep into it because that's what the course is there for. So this is called a distribution schematic. Okay, I'm not trying to lose you in terms of your retail trading, guys. It's your choice what you want to trade, but I just want to show you the concepts that I've been using. Now, retail, we'll be looking in this area, but what we are actually doing is noting down exactly this picture. So what I want you to do is really look at this picture. I've got it on my wall. I've got it as my background on my phone. I look at this picture and I see it everywhere on the chart, and I will know exactly when I want to get in. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this a bit small, okay, just like this. And I'm going to get up US 30 and put the distribution schematic there, okay? Now, as you can see on the 1 hour time frame, you can see a similar image to what you see here. Please, can you tell me if you can see what I see in terms of if we were to put this image on the charts? Can you guys see that? Can I get a 111? Fantastic. Now, all you have to do, if you want to be, just get used to doing this, is actually write down what you see. So in terms of the image that we had, write down these acronyms, BC, which is a bias climax. Again, it may not make sense to you now, but I promise you next week, oh my God, Sunday, we are going to do something big in terms of trading. I want you all to be on that call, trust me. Now, what I do is I draw all of these things onto the chart to give me the direction of market, okay? So, for example now, we've noticed the image that is there. Now, let's go on the 15-minute time frame. okay? And where the buyer's climax was, for example, I'll show you now so we can get the picture up. So buyer's climax was this point here. We had an automatic reaction, which is the AR area, okay? So that was the AR, okay? Then we had the ST, which is this point here, okay? So ST. And I promise you guys, all you have to do is draw these up for now until you get used to it, okay? And if you want, let's put the lines there as well, okay? So AR was this automatic reaction here, okay? And then we had the SO. So the SO is the sign of weakness, okay? So sign of weakness. So you just want to put all of these on your chart. Now guys, it is absolutely crazy when you find the UT, which is the up thrust, okay, which is this that just poked out, very, very slightly poked out, okay? And then what are we waiting for? The UTAD, okay, the up thrust after distribution, which is, if you really zoom in, guys, like, you know, let's get rid of the box now. We don't need the box. Oops, got rid of everything. Give me 1 minute. Let's just get rid of this box. Okay, fantastic. Now, let's really dive into it, okay? So we've got our UT, and this here is the UTAD, guys. This is the UTAD here. Now, I would be waiting for this to be created from this schematic because it's exactly what you see on the chart here, okay? Just put that line there. Okay, now, guys, it's very simple to do this, to see the image on the screen right now. Okay, now just by doing that, if you were to zoom in onto the UTAD, now guys, this is how you get a perfect entry on a distribution schematic. So distribution means we're looking for a sell move, okay? All you have to do is do 50% of this candle, the little candle, this black one here. Guys, my sell candle is black and my buy candle is blue because I like things positive, right? I like to, you know, pour good energy into people. I always see red as a bad kind of color, but for me, blue is mellow. It's a good positive, and the black candle to me is a nice sell. I'm in control of this trade. I'm in control of the psychology behind the trade and everything. Now, the 50% itself, we just need to put a line practically through that candle. Now, guys, can you see you would have had an entry here immediately? It would have tapped and closed below the 50% line. Now, this trade will continue to go slow. So now what it wants to do is have a test. So this is just to scare people out the market. Once the 15-minute candle closes, you will catch all of this move down, and I promise you, it will never come back, okay? It will never come back to that line again until the schematic is complete, okay? So guys, just from this trade alone, this is how many pips were caught by a few of us in the group. I'm not going to go too far down because we didn't take every single pip. I'm not going to sit here and say to you, I took I drained it out, but I guess, you know, it was more than enough pips. We took about 1,000 pips on this trade alone. So there we go. So it works out in points, okay? So we're literally catching all of this move down, and you could have left it and continued to make money. Guys, this is huge. This is how the banks trade, okay? Now I'm going to give you another example because I know we're really short for time. I don't want to go too deep into it. But some of you may have seen, you know, I caught many trades on Bitcoin up and down. I've even got the images of them, which I'll show you after as well. But I just want to show you a trade. I don't know if some of you are not aware, but I got very ill during the start of Corona. I believe I may have had something similar to it. So I literally entered a trade where I just wanted to put it in and leave it, you know, because I couldn't physically get to the phone or anything anymore. So I saw what is called an accumulation schematic happening, which is the buy move, looking for the big buy move. And this was on the daily time frame, right? I think my camera was bugging out there, but anyway, it was the daily time frame. So I was looking for the buy move. So the same thing applies, but you see this image on your chart, it's the opposite direction. So instead of the UTAD, we're now looking for a spring, which is a big buy move, okay? Now this buy move I call off the daily candle, okay? So do you remember I said to you guys about having a sell to buy candle and then doing 50% of it? Let me show you what 50% would do to that. So from wick to wick, okay? Can you see this line I put here? Can you see this blue candle that touched? It touched my line. Can guys, everyone see that? Please put in the group chat if you can see this blue candle that tapped my line just here. Cool, fantastic. Now, what happened to the trade once I was in the trade was a constant buy for about 80 days, just to let you know. Okay, it was a buy for 80 days. Even if you put a 0.01 down, you would have made a hell of a lot of money, okay? And I'm going to show you how many pips that was just from that target price. It was 1,000 pips, and we're not even done yet because we're looking for price to take out these highs. So we're looking at about, I think it's 3,000 pips, my target. Yeah, it's up here. So we're going for 3,000 pips in total on this trade alone. So an average time, okay, cool. So you can get the schematic on the 1 minute, 5 minute, 1 hour, 4 hour daily. So imagine, so you're seeing this on the daily. So this is a long-term trade. Now, do you want a short-term trade? Do you want a short-term trade? I'm going to show you. There's a picture within a picture within a picture. You just need to dive deep, guys. You need to be open-minded and say to yourself, this is just a bunch of lines. And I know the banks are doing something in it. So if you see this highlighted area I've put here, on the 15-minute time frame, it's actually doing a distribution schematic inside my buy. There's a sell. So I can still get in on the sells and leave my buy as well because I know it's only going to come down a certain amount. So let's do the schematic once again. We have buyer's climax. Okay, so this was the buyer's climax. We had our automatic reaction. Okay, we had, let's just get the accumulation distribution schematic up again. Can you guys see there's a picture within a picture, okay, that is giving you the opportunity to catch the nice sell down again. Okay, now all we had to do is zoom fully in. So let's get rid of this nice funky color, okay, and let's really zoom in to this, what we call a U-turn again, okay, and you did 50% of the candle, and you will see it respected it, came just out, which created another little order block to scare people out, and then say goodbye to the trade again. Now we've caught from here to here with no drawdown. We're not coming back. We're not coming back up anymore. You can see it within the picture, guys. Okay. Now I'm going to conclude with GBP USD because I know a lot of people really do like GBP pairs and USD pairs. So I'm literally going to just break it down very quickly for you on the, I believe it was the 1 hour. Let me have a look. So again, the same thing applies. We had a distribution schematic. So looking for a sell. We had our buyer's climax. We had our automatic reaction. So you can see there was an automatic reaction. Guys, I'm telling you, it's as simple as this, drawing it down. Don't complicate things. We had our sign of weakness. Sorry, I'm rushing, guys, because like I know the next person's going to blow your heads off because he always does. So literally, you're following the pattern and you will find another distribution schematic on GBP USD. Let's take away this nice blue box again. These trades, guys, they're happening every single day, even on 1 minute time frame, but you don't want to stress on the 1 minute time frame. Now, let's do 50% of this, okay? And then 1 second. You can see this tap here. Can you see this tap here? This was your entry. So this is what we call the test. So guys, you do not need to go and find new tats. That's if you're a sniper. That's someone that's, you know, catching off the wick like this area at the top here. You can be that person. But if you want to patiently wait for the test, I promise you, 9 out of 10 of trades, you're going to catch it so nice, and you're going to know that from this entry here, you know, on GU, you caught a total of, let's see how far I went it down. I think it went about 200 pips. Anyway, so if it went 200 pips, you know what your stop loss is, guys? It's only 8 to 12 pips stop loss, okay? So for those that have large accounts, they can fully put a bigger amount down and not worry. But guys, we stick to risk to reward ratio. Please do, even when taking the educators trades, be smart about it. Look, we've got individuals in this group, right? We've got the likes of Ish, Ursel, Taz, that will do big trades because their accounts can handle it. So don't think you have to keep up. The difference between us and you is time. Let's build our accounts up. And guys, I just wanted to conclude by just showing you a little something that I have lined up in terms of this. I'm not calling it a trade idea, guys, before you start getting all gassed and putting all your money down. I just want you to have a look at what happens during the week to this trade, and then we call it a day. So currently where price is on the daily is actually doing a buyer's climax in correlation to being a distribution schematic, guys. What does that mean? Is we're looking for a big sell on GU in the coming days. This is your UT, your up thrust. Sorry guys, I lost my words there. Buyer's climax. Guys, note this down if you want to get into this trade at some point during the week. You know what you have to look for. You've got buyer's climax. You've got your ST. Okay, and if you were to put your lines there, you could probably see even clearer, which is buyer's climax, automatic reaction. So this is your sign of weakness. You could have actually bought from the sign of weakness up, knowing that it's going up, okay? And you've got your PSY. Now guys, this is something that's gonna happen this week on GBP USD. I know I shouldn't be sending any trades in or anything like that, but it's still got a long time to go. It may not even be this week, maybe next week. What we need to see is price do this. Give me a second. Price needs to come down, then come up, creating a high, and then we'll enter at the test, and then we'd expect price to come down to here, okay? My target for this trade in terms of how high it could come, I have it noted down somewhere. It is coordinates 130, 130. So this area I'm looking at for it to come back up, tap off here, and then wait for the test. So we're not going to sell off here. We're going to wait for the test and come down. Now guys, just by looking at this image that I've done, and I'm going to conclude now because of time, just by looking at this picture, can we all agree that this is a distribution schematic happening live before our eyes? And this is something you will want to look at if you're into GBP pairs this week or next week, depending on, because it is a daily chart. It'll probably be next week. But yeah, that's me done, guys. Listen, this is only a snippet of what I wanted to do. It's a bit too advanced for everybody to take in straight away. I completely understand. It did not make so much sense right now. But come next Sunday, we've got the biggest training plan, and I promise you, get all your teams on there. Now, with that being said, now I'm finished with that. The next person I want to call on is the person, the reason, the why I'm in here. His name is Ish. We're all, mentors of Ish. If Ish didn't come into this, I don't think we would have really found it. Maybe we found it out later on in life. But I want to bring on this person because he's having the most success at the moment, and he's here to pour into us. Here you go, buddy. Take over. Thank you very much, Ish. Just make you host. There we go. Perfect.
Andreas, thank you so much. I think everyone on this call is blown away with what you just went through, especially on how simple it can be, simply mimicking off the distribution and the charts that you already have that everyone can get from Google. That simple, but ultimately from what we're actually learning from. So, and thank you for that. Was at the GBP USD. I think we'll jump in on that at some point. So thank you very much for that, Andreas. Okay, guys, so look, today's call is ultimately, it's about value, okay? You got started in something and, you want to make sure that you get the most out of it, okay? It's plain and simple. Look, I'm going to be open and honest with you guys because I got started to make some money, right? And I think it's very fair to say that we all started to make some money. Nobody got started because of any other reason besides they wanted to make some money. It's that simple. Now, the trading element of the IM Academy will get you to such a level where you can consistently make money from the comfort of your own home from your mobile phone. Fact, okay? We are all fully aware of that. Now, I'm going to be talking about the network marketing element of this academy and how it can actually improve your trading ability. Now, myself, I'll be very open and honest with every single one of you. In my first 5 days, I didn't tell a single soul about this academy. I told no one. For my first 5 days, I indulged in the trading element. I'll be very honest with you guys. I like trading. It's one of my passions, and I make some very, very good money from my trading account, from my MetaTrader app, using the IM services, as well as what they've taught me for me to make a decent living. Okay, I do own an estate agent, and I'm looking to park that right up this year because I am done. I am so done with all of that side of business now simply because how easy it can actually be to make money from the IM Academy and from the comfort of my mobile phone. Why do I need to do anything else? It really doesn't make any sense for me. Okay, so how can you build this business? Now, look, firstly and most importantly, guys, I just want to say one thing. If you got started in IM Academy and you saw value and you saw money, it would be selfish of you not to tell somebody about this academy. It's that simple. Okay, it'd be selfish. Now, what I mean by that is this. Could you imagine if your friend or somebody that you knew got started in something like the IM Academy? Bear in mind, there's nothing like it out there at the moment. Got value, learned something, but ultimately made money, and they had the opportunity to tell you and they didn't. Would you say that they're your friends? Probably not, because your friend would bring you in. However, a lot of us feel hesitant to say something to a friend or to actually invite them to this academy. Now, building your business is very, very important. There is a level of mindset that is needed, and I'm going to be running through that. Now, belief is the #1 key ingredient for your success here in the IM Academy. If you don't believe in yourself and you don't believe in necessarily service or the product, then naturally you're quite confused and you won't really be pushing the information out in the correct manner or format, which in likelihood would mean it's not really a great pitch, or it won't necessarily mean that you're taking it serious enough. Okay, so belief is #1. Now look, I'm going to make this very super and super duper clear for you. Okay, I'll tell you what, let's go in a bit further. 34 people on this call. Okay, can everyone go to the chat? Has anyone made money from being in the IM Academy? Have you made money? It's a simple yes or no. Have you made money? Right, let's go. We've got 1 yes, 2 yes, 3 yes, 4 yes, 5 yes, yes, yes. Ishmael, no, fair enough, you're brand new. Yes, yes. Okay, cool. So, Manuel, okay, perfect. No, all right, lovely. Okay, so fantastic. So obviously, anyone that hasn't, simply you're either on you're on a demo account, or you haven't actually started your live account yet, which is absolutely fine. Okay, it's absolutely fine. In fact, anybody that doesn't have a live account, I'd highly suggest that today you set that up, because I'm not being funny, but there's every opportunity for you to make money trading, even if you know nothing, simply because the amount of tools and services that we have in the IM Academy. So if you do not have a live account, I'd highly suggest that you open one today. It's that simple. And if you don't know how to do it, just direct message me. I will help you out setting that up. Okay, so anyone that's involved with the IM Academy is making money. Now, anybody that said no, for argument's sake, purely because they're new, have you learned anything? Have you had any value from the learning side of the aspect of what this academy actually is? Have you learned something? Is there value in what you have learned? Now, the likelihood is there's yes. If there's yes, because if you've learned something that is beneficial for your pocket, then absolutely, that means there's value there. It means it's definitely worth your time and your money, okay? Now, ladies and gents, now you believe that this works. There should be no reason as to why you cannot go and tell somebody about this academy. Now, look, I'm going to break this down to you very, very simply. I have traded with money that I have earned elsewhere, and I've also traded money that I have made from the IM Academy. And both of these individuals, who are both me, have been very, very different when it comes to trading with money that I have made from something else, which was that took up my hours and my time and so forth, compared to the disposable income that I've been making from the IM Academy purely from the building aspect. Okay, it's a complete different mindset. And I think anybody that is trading at the level that, you know, I'm trading at, or that Andreas is trading at, I know Zainab's trading at that level, I know Nicole's trading at that level, I know Taz is, you know, I know James is. Now, anyone that's trading at that specific level of trading, they know there's a massive mindset that needs to be adjusted when you're trading big, big numbers, okay? Because it can really play with you. Oh my God, it can really play with you. If you go in big and, for example, it's going the wrong way for whatever reason, and you panic because it's such an amount of money that you've never really seen before, or you've not lost before in one go, it could really hurt you. It could put you off, it can make you bitter, and it can make you walk away from the rest of your life, okay? It can happen. However, if you have an amount of money that's coming in every single Friday, whether you like it or not, because you've decided to empower other individuals and impact other people's lives, then the level of trading that you're going to have will be completely different. Hand on heart, I have witnessed this. I'm a product of the product. I know Andreas is, I know Taz is, I know Nicole is, I know Taz is, sort of Zainab is. I know so many people. I know so many people that have come into this academy with nothing, and today they are making £5,000 to £10,000 every single month, okay? But it's all here. It all starts with mindset. So let me tell you what you need to do. In this academy, you have the ability to earn £750,000 every single month, okay? Let me rephrase that. It's actually $750,000. If we include bonuses for the 24 months that you get paid out the bonuses, it actually works out to be $1 million a month, right? So let's just call it, for argument's sake, let's call it £800,000 that you'll be making on a month-to-month basis, okay? Now, I just want you guys to put in the chat group, anyone that's trading today, if you had disposable £800,000 coming into your trading account, what would your trading account look like? Okay, so if you had, all right, we've got here, Andreas, I'd be a millionaire. Absolutely. You'd be a multi-millionaire simply because of the disposable money. What kind of lot size, Andreas, if you had, say, £500,000 in your trading account, what type of lot size could you do? Bear in mind, you are doing the institutional side of trading, where you have very, very, very minimal, if any, drawdown. What type of lot size could you be doing? James, I wouldn't be able to count the numbers. Yeah, and listen, agreed. But why did we get started for? We got started for life-changing money. So what type of money could we be making? What type of money could we be making? Let's be very, very real. Because there is a lot of money that could be made from money. And I am someone that started a trading account with £150, but I'm also somebody that's trading an account with £50,000, okay? And it's very, very different, okay? It's very, very different. So here I go. If you want to get to that level of making life-changing money, you cannot be sitting around with a couple of £100 in your trading account, okay? You can't, because it's going to take you too long. It's going to take you enough time that you might naturally not have the mindset or the skill set or the patience, or your circumstances so dire that you cannot hang around any longer to be making this type, this type of small money as such, because you're working with a couple £100, okay? Now, if you had a couple of £1,000 in your trading account, things could be very, very different. So let's talk about the position of a chairman 10. I really want everyone to aim for chairman 10 simply because chairman 10 is 10 grand a month. I know for a fact if you had 10 grand a month coming in disposable, it could be done. Now, you all need to know how to get to chairman 10, and I'm going to tell you. If you want 10 grand a month, because look, guys, I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to do to make 10 grand a month. It's up to you whether you want to do it or not. There's no force here. Remember, this is an academy. We teach you how to trade. But if I can teach you how to trade better, then that's on me, and I will tell you exactly what I would do personally for me to get that kind of money. So here we go. Chairman 10. You need to have 500 people in within your academy or in within your business, okay? Now, you don't have to necessarily go out and get 500 people yourself. You can merely get 3, and the 3 could grow to 500, okay? Very straightforward. Now, 500 people will pay you $10,000 a month. Now, how would you do that? Now, you want to be working with numbers. So what you want to be working with is 25 people a day is the amount of people that you want to contact on a day-to-day basis. Now, initially, I would work with 25 people that I knew or 25 people that I have a slight warm connection with. After that, I would work straight towards social media, where at social media side, I have an ample amount of people that I can speak to. So if you ensure that you reach out to 25 people a day, every single day, ladies and gents, right? 25 people every single day, the result that you would have after 90 days, okay, would be that you have reached out to 2,250 people in 90 days. 2,250 people. And let's just say, for argument's sake, that only 10% of those individuals decided to get started with you. Bear in mind, my success rate is a hell of a lot higher simply because we have a product that works. How hard can it be? If it works, right? So it's not difficult to portray or ultimately give someone everything that they need for them to understand that, hey, this really works, right? But let's say 10% of individuals got started from the 25 messages that you sent out across 90 days, 10% people, that's 225 people. Who knows what position you would be, put it in the chat group, if you had 225 people in your team, what position would you hold within this academy? Does anybody know? 225 people in your business, what position are you holding? P5000. Andreas, that's correct. P5000 is the position that you'll be holding. P5000 is what? It's $12.50 a week. Now, you're already 50% of the way to chairman. Now, let me ask you another question. If you've got 225 active subscribers in your business, realistically speaking, if everybody got one person each, if everybody got just one person, how many people would you then have? How many people would you then have if everybody just got one? Chairman 10. Exactly my point. My point is you'd get to chairman 10 without you even realizing. All it needs is a consistent 90 days. Now, a lot of you guys are unable to figure out what to say. Guys, I'm not going to tell you a script. I'm not going to tell you, how to go about it, right? This is why I'm not going to tell you how to go about it, because it's this. Just don't lie. Just tell them exactly what it is, and that's it. If I speak to anybody, I say them, I tell them very straightforward, like, would you be interested in making some more money? It's a simple yes, I would, or no, I wouldn't. If it's no, I wouldn't, no problem. There is 4 billion other people that I can speak to that can get involved in IM in the 126 countries that we're in that I can speak to, right? Now, if someone says, yes, I am, what would I then do? I know that every single day at 9:30 p.m., there is somebody presenting the information at 9:30, full-on business overview, every single day. At 9:30, there is somebody in our WhatsApp group that we're in that is presenting the business at 9:30. All you'd have to do is just send them the Zoom link. That's all you have to do. Become a good promoter at sending the business overview call that is every single night at 9:30. Every single night without fail. We are going, I believe it's now 62 days strong, right? 62 days strong, that myself and a few others on this call, right, that have committed to doing a business overview call every single day at 9:30. The Zoom link is sent out in the WhatsApp group, and all you have to do is channel that individual onto the Zoom link. Now, if you're doing 25 a day, the likelihood is that you might end up getting maybe 5 or 10 people on the call that very day. That type of growth within your business will ultimately change the entire direction of your trades, simply because of the disposable money coming into your account every single Friday. Now, if you reach out to 25 people and they don't come back to you, what you're supposed to do is you want to follow up with them. Following up is key. I followed up with some very, very big people over my time, and I've managed to get them into the business over a follow-up. Follow-ups are ultimately key. And if you ask me how many times do I need to follow up, the answer is 9 times as a maximum. 9 times. You follow up 9 times, that should be enough. After that, it's on their own. Now, ladies and gents, please understand that a lot of individuals might find that to get started for, £180 or £185 might be too much for them, okay? So what I like you to do is put yourselves in their shoes. Knowing what you currently know with how well the IM Academy works and how good the system that we have and the ability for people to make money, if you knew that you just needed to spend £180 for you to be able to make an untold amount of money, what would you say to that person? Okay, imagine you're in those shoes, but you already have the hindsight on what can happen with this academy, So you've got to become a problem solver, okay? You let them know, say, hey, look, listen, this is how much you can actually make, okay, in your first month. Guys, be honest. Look, honesty will take you the furthest. Look, me, I'm very much so black and white when it comes to honesty, all right? If something is, it is. If something isn't, hey, look, I'm going to tell you, okay? It's very important that we do not give false information out to anybody simply because there is no need to lie. We have something great. It works and we can make money from it. So there's nothing to lie about, okay? So just ensure that the 25 people that you speak to, anyone that doesn't come back to you or says that they haven't got the money, just tell them the truth. Say, hey, look, this is what this can do for you, okay? Look, I'm at the stage where the money for me on the trading element is enough to put a smile on my face, okay? Now, on the residual side of things, obviously holding the position of a Platinum 2000, yes, it's $2,000 every single month and it's $500 every single week. That's nice as well. I like that. That's a salary for a half decent person working in the United Kingdom today. So I don't disagree with that at all, okay? But let me tell you what would be more exciting. Position of a Chairman 500. So until I get there, or Chairman 750, shall I say, until I get there, my work is not done, which means I will forever impact as many lives as I can until I get to the position of a Chairman 750. I don't get to a position like Chairman Platinum 2000 go, cool, $2,000's $2,000. I'm happy with that. Let's just call it a day. I'm not going to decide to tell anyone else about this academy. That's not something that I'm going to do. So I just want everyone to understand that what you need to simply do is contact 25 people a day, be very open and honest and say, hey, look, listen, would you be interested in making some more money? I know you don't know me, but I'm about to share with you who I am and what I do. You can do it in a voice note or you can do it in a message. I know voice notes have a better response rate, so it's entirely up to you guys, okay? Make sure you be a problem solver. Really listen to the other person. It's very, very important. Listening is key. We have one mouth, but we have 2 ears. So ultimately, we're supposed to be listening more than we are talking. So always make sure that you listen to anybody that is speaking to you, just to ensure that you can give them the best possible advice and be ultimately a fantastic problem solver. Now, there's not really much more to the building element than what I've covered with you. The academy itself will make you money trading and it will teach you everything that you need to know about the trading side. I have multiple individuals within the business as well as hundreds of other individuals that I already know that have had that same success from knowing nothing. So use that to the best of your ability and then tell the world. We're in 126 countries, guys. 4 billion people we can reach out to. Because of the internet today and social media, we can actually make as much money as we possibly wish. Now, there is an incentive that's currently happening that Austin Godsey, Chairman 100, has actually sent out. Okay, now I'm going to send it again in the group one more time so that everyone can see the incentive. But the incentive is to recruit 35 people within the next 90 days. If you do so, he will pay for your flight and hotel to Dubai, and he'll also pay for your flight and hotel in Miami, give you one-on-one training with himself, and ultimately you have a holiday all paid for. I don't know about you guys, but after this Corona and this COVID-19 that we've been facing for the last 3 to 4 months, I think a holiday is well overdue. And having something that's already all pre-booked and prepaid for would be very, very nice. Ladies and gents, I want to finish off by telling you guys that on next week, Sunday, we have a training. I am putting a lot of time and effort along with the likes of Andreas, the likes of Taz, the likes of James Can, and the likes of Ursel into this training for next week. Next week, Sunday, is going to be probably the biggest training that I've ever done to this date in this industry. And I'm going to go in so hard. We've done a 90-day game plan, basically, for every single person in this group. And for every single person that gets started with us, we've done a 90-day game plan. And this 90-day game plan is going to make you money. It's going to make you a lot of money. A lot of money. So if anybody needs money right now, I suggest that next week, Sunday, you get on our call. It's going to be promoted in the group nice and early, so you guys are all fully aware of it. And it's going to completely and utterly blow your mind. This week, we're going to make sure that we send as many trades as we possibly can in the group. We are going to, in the group chat that we're currently in, we are going to make sure that as a team, we are winning. We're going to make sure we're catching ridiculous amount of pips. Anyone that has learned anything, from this call or prior with IM, just throw it into the WhatsApp group. We are one family. We work together. We can all very much so succeed. The markets are trading $6.6 trillion a day. All we're looking to do is take a few billion. Okay, it's not a lot, right? It's not a lot. So on that note, ladies and gents, I want to thank you for your time today. We have taken exactly 1 hour and 28 minutes of your time. So I want to thank you all so much. I want you guys to enjoy your Sunday, and I want you guys to make sure that the markets are will be open tonight. I want you guys to get on your trading accounts, and I want you to trade, and I want you guys to make money, and I want you guys to follow the rules. If you follow the rules, you'll get the success that you want. If you follow the rules, you'll get the success that you want. This game is all about discipline. It's just discipline. Okay, ladies and gents, thank you so much for your time. God bless you all. Take care, and I'll be speaking to you all very, very soon. I'll see you guys in the WhatsApp group. Take care.